Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This feels so weird. It's unbelievable. So I plan to do videos and start videos and do this, that, and the other. And then when I come out of posting things for a while, it gets really difficult to get back into because I don't know what to do, what to say, where to start. And this whole new lockdown and with all of the rules and restrictions that came in over Christmas, I was just so petrified to even post anything on here. I wasn't doing anything that I wasn't allowed to do. It was really difficult with family and friends to make sure that we could see each other still and things, especially when me and Beth have different families, obviously. But we did the Christmas Day thing where you could go to see another household. I just felt really really awkward about even trying to post anything, and then we came back to Southampton before this new lockdown that we're all currently experiencing, and had our own little Christmas here. Just due to loads of things going on with us too, we didn't really get to do much that we wanted to do over our Christmas for each other. Basically, financially, we couldn't afford Christmas, so when the next student loan came in, we put a little tiny bit of it to one side for each other, and bought each other some presents, and had a little Christmas just for me and Beth while we were here. And yeah, my plan was, we'll start doing the videos again there. That never happened. I'm doing a what do you call it? A performance art piece. So performance art pieces in theatre are so wide and varied. There's loads of different versions of them. Just look them up if you're interested. But basically, I'm walking from Land's End to John O'Groats. Every single day, I've got to walk 5 miles, walking around Southampton on my daily exercise. I've got to do 5 miles a day. It's going to take me 120 days to do 5 miles a day to make it from Land's End to John O'Groats as the crow flies, which is like a straight line. It's going to take me 120 days. I want to do it by my birthday, which is 126 days away from the start of the year. Obviously, I've already started that. I've made a good chunk, a good dent in it. Beth had a little bit of a health scare. I hope she doesn't mind me talking about it. She had a little bit of a health scare where we had to get the ambulance out just to check on her. It was all her breathing stuff. She's absolutely fine. We got tested. Neither of us have COVID. We both had a test, came out negative. But it was just a really scary situation to be in. It's difficult because my course is meant to be in person. Really, I'm doing a performance degree that's socially distanced to the point as well now where I can't go in. There are our university is letting some courses in that are deemed essential, which is neither here nor there for me to comment about. But after that, I'm really glad that we're not in right now until things are a little bit more under control. This is the first time I felt like I've ever spoken about all of this sort of stuff on the camera, which is really weird. But I feel like I need to talk about it. I need to give you a reason of why I've not been uploading for a while. There are a couple of little videos here and there that I've started for this channel around Christmas that I'd got filmed that will go in just after this. I just wanted to give you a little bit of explanation about what's going on and why I've not been posting. So we've had our tests, we're absolutely clear. It scared the shit out of me, and now I'm trying to be as careful as I can. But yeah, I'm just worried. And this is what I mean. It's just me and Beth in this flat, and then I go for my walks, and I go to the shop once a week if we need to, or a couple of times a week if I need to, for milk and bread and essentials. We're pretty much stocked up. We've just ordered HelloFresh as well. We've just done a little sample of it. So when we both had to get tested, so when the ambulance came and they said you need to get tested, we had to self-isolate from then, and we hadn't done a good food shop yet. All the food, all the different supermarkets and stuff were the amount was pretty high for how much we were going to need to order. So I was a bit worried about spending that much money that maybe we didn't need to spend. And then we couldn't get booking slots anyway. But HelloFresh, as a student, we got a decent deal for 2 weeks. So and it cost me less than it would have cost me to order from supermarkets. So we've ordered HelloFresh, and I'm going to do some videos at the end of this of me cooking them and telling you what I think of them. We've done 2 so far that you've missed, which was Herbie burgers with wedges and smoked paprika honey chicken flatbreads with harissa sauce. And they were both really nice, to be fair. We're keeping the recipe cards around, and we're just going to... So I've cancelled them because it's just not going to be financially beneficial to us to carry on doing it. But while we were in a lockdown and we didn't have all the essentials we needed, it was guaranteed meals. 5 guaranteed meals a week this week and 5 next week. It all came back negative, but we'd already made our orders, so we're just going to keep making them. And then we've got the recipe cards, and we'll just get the food in ourselves and we'll make them again if they're nice. So 2 so far have been nice. Tonight we've got a pasta bake, and I'll do the cooking and then the explanation of what I think of them afterwards with Beth. Maybe like a little review thing. Just to talk you through what we've done. But yeah, we've got all like our essentially bits in now. That's what I was saying. Sorry. Sorry, I'm completely sidetracked. It's just a really weird thing. Like, we're not doing anything that we shouldn't be doing. It's everything to the rules. I'm just worried about the judgment of it. Like, with Beth being in the shielding category, we discussed what to do and stuff. So me going out for my walks, and going shopping and things. She's happy with that, but then. And I'm not saying anyone is going to do this or has done this yet, but me posting that I'm out on walks and stuff, people could then be like, "Isn't Beth shielding? Isn't that going to be a problem?" So I'm just worried. Basically, I'm worried that and that just comes with part of my life of putting things on video and things, that people are going to have their own judgments and say things about it. That's up to other people, 100%. It's just something that I was like, I don't really want to be going through this, and I won't. So I haven't been posting. I've done my Mama's Play. Last year, you might remember I did a Mama's Play. I've done another one this year. It was all over Zoom, which was a bit sad, but still good to do. I'm glad we got to do it. And this Tuesday, I believe it is, I'm doing the Holocaust Memorial Day. I don't know if it's the day. Basically, our university helps run a Holocaust Memorial service thing, where people do talks, and then there are performances or readings or anything really to talk about it. It was really nice actually last year when we did it, and this year I was asked again to do it, and I'm doing it, so that will be on Tuesday. There's a little bit of footage in here. You won't be able to hear what we're talking about because I'll just do like a little clip video of things that we've done. So it'd just be really not much, to be honest, but there's a little clip video, and then that'll lead into the cooking, and then us talking about the cooking. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. My point is, I'm planning to do some more videos, and I have missed doing it. It feels really weird picking up the camera again. But like, I've sat here for about an hour, and I haven't picked up the camera yet. But I need to get back into this. I really want to get back into this because I've really missed it. And I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all okay. This is the last time we'll talk about it, hopefully, because I don't want the channel to become... I want to talk about my life. That's what the whole channel was about, but I don't want it to be a place that you go to if you decide to come here and watch these videos, that you come to and have to sit there and go, oh, this was my time to forget about the world, and now this is all he's talking about. So that's why I try not to talk about stuff like this on the channel. I just feel like I really need to talk about it right now. We had a few things go on over Christmas as well that were a bit close to home, a little bit too difficult to talk about because I wasn't really processing it either. And everything's fine at the minute anyway. Everything's fine. And I'll keep you up to date with it all, but it was just one of those... Basically, this Christmas was a little bit of a time for me. and I don't want to talk for Beth, so I'm not going to say and for Beth, but like Beth knows how difficult I think Christmas was for me this year. And I think not doing any videos or any recording was probably a good idea, not just for the reasons I stated earlier, but for that as well. But we're not going to talk about that anymore. We are going to go and cook a pasta bake after I've had a shower, so I might be wearing something different because I've been out for my walk today. I've done 8 miles today, nearly 9 miles today. I'm going to go cook a pasta bake after I've had a shower. So I've done my hair. I did my hair yesterday as well. I did my hair. So Beth cuts my hair for me now. And I think she does a pretty good job, to be fair. But I did my hair yesterday and I was like, today's the day I'm going to get back into my filming, and I never did. And today I did my hair and I was sat there and Beth was like, you're going to go for your shower? And I was like, if I go for my shower, I'm not going to film because then I've wet my hair and I don't want to. I want to have my hair done for the video. I think about these things, see? Anyway, let's go eat. I'm hungry. What are you doing, Beth?
Making you babe.
Why?
So we can make Christmas cards.
So, I'll show you a photo of the comparisons. Well, I'll show you a video of the comparisons, I suppose, because this is called a vlog. I know it's been a while since I did one, but fuck me. Come on, remember what the word is. We were sent a Christmas card by a 5-month-old baby, and they'd painted his foot and turned it into Rudolph. So I thought it was only appropriate that we sent one back the same. The things...
Big Rudolph.
Yeah, it is. The things Beth does to try and keep me sane. So yeah, the next thing you'll see is how it looks in the end. Scared to see what it's going to look like. I feel like it's not going to work. This is our first attempt. Beth's surprised how big my feet are. Go on.
Either like lift your toes and go backwards, or lift your heel.
I'm going to lift my heel. So do you want to hold the paper down in case? I feel like the paper's going to be really thin. Oh, that's a Rudolph there. Look at that. There's his chin. There. There's his antlers. There's his head. We'll try and make it look a little bit more like Rudolph. You'll see. One thing worth mentioning / showing you, if the footage is still available and I actually upload it onto this video, so if I don't, this won't be here. So that was pointless to mention, really. Is this is what we based. This was from. I think he was 5 months old, this baby. Beth got sent this birthday Merry Christmas card, and that's why we painted my foot. We did my version of that, and I'm sure I talked about it, but I don't think I ever showed you. So I thought I'd just give you the example that we based it on.
more. Yeah.
So that's mostly where I've been going when I'm doing my walks. I don't think I recorded anything in Southampton Common, so I go down there. I'll catch some footage of Southampton Common, so you've got an idea of what that is. That's my usual walk. I'm assuming I've done walking videos. It's been about a week since I recorded the last bit, all by design. So we had 2 weeks worth of HelloFresh in the end. I got a week and then Beth got a week. And I wanted to leave it a week. I was going to talk about it after every meal, and I thought, no, I'm going to leave it a week. And we'll discuss it then. So how did you feel about the HelloFresh orders? The food, the meals, the
Food, the meals.
jars.
I really enjoyed most of them.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good opportunity to try things that we would never have eaten.
Mm-hmm. And now we've got the recipe cards to make them again.
Yes, there's some that I will 100% be making again.
Mm-hmm. I want to play around with their pork and apple burger. I was a little bit disappointed by that pork and apple burger, but I think I can make a nice little burger out of that if I ever go myself.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything we didn't like.
No, there was nothing I was actually that disappointed by.
Considering we're both fussy in different ways, is quite rare.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite surprised that we liked everything as much as we did.
Yeah.
Really easy to follow the recipe.
Yeah.
Everything's there for you. Although I will say
that we're not sponsored.
I'm sure that you have mentioned. Oh, I don't know. Or I'm sure that you would mention this.
Right.
That it's not. So when you think of HelloFresh, it comes out and it's all pre-portioned and blah blah blah. It's not all pre-portioned. So some bits there is some waste.
And I thought, and I'm happy to be wrong on this because I'm not that fussed by this, I thought it was more prepped for you.
Yeah.
So one thing that we talked about, and you mentioned this the other day when we were talking about it with your family, over the phone, you were talking about the orders and you were like, if we were having a busy week, you'd be more inclined to get it again because we're so busy, it'd be easier just to have the prepped meals and stuff.
Yeah.
This was after we had the boxes, and I was a bit confused by that because in truth, the times are on them. I think the longest time on there was 40 minutes, and that wasn't even the 40 minutes didn't feel like it took that long, and that included your prep time and stuff. But I had like the chicken came chopped, or like the minced beef came as it's meant to be and stuff like that, or it came as a chicken breast or whatever. But then after that, I had to do everything else. I had to chop up a whole butternut squash. I had to chop an onion, which then would only want half an onion, so then the other half is basically wasted, which just seemed a bit weird to me. But I thought they'd be more prepped. I thought it was going to be quicker.
Yeah,
Which, like
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
from
isn't
the
a
point
bad
of view-
thing.
When I said like from a busy week, from a point of view that you've got everything that you need
Yeah.
for the meal,
Yeah.
and you've got the recipe card there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's relatively quick.
Mm-hmm.
Then say like, I don't know, something like show week. If we were in a show
Right, yeah.
week, something like
Yeah.
that, where you know that you need to have a decent meal, but you need to have something quick
Yeah.
that you can either have, you know. When I don't know, show week, I tend to have something bigger at lunchtime, a snack before the show, and then something after the show.
Yeah.
But it would be good for something like that,
That's fair.
or you know, like if you're working and you've just got a busy week at work, it takes the hassle out of having to think about what you're having every night, and like we try and do a meal plan anyway for the week. But when we had the HelloFresh, it was like, right, we'll have this on, this on, this on, and it was just a matter of putting it in order of the days that we wanted it. So for something like that,
It's definitely easier. It's just not as I expected it to be, but it's not like I'm going, oh my god, it was the worst thing ever. It's just one of them things that I didn't expect, but it was still good.
I think for the money that we paid for like obviously we got it on the promotion thing.
Yeah.
Then it was totally like well worth it, like beyond worth it.
Oh, definitely.
But for us,
Financially,
like, it's supposed to be £42 a week.
yeah.
For 5 meals for 2 people, £42 a week, which isn't terrible.
No.
But for us, we wouldn't spend that on a weekly shop.
No.
Also, the fridge space for us.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, because we've got a tiny fridge. I don't know how much I've ever explained this fridge to you, and I'd turn it around now, but we need to. All my washing's in the way and stuff, so I can't really show you. It's a tiny fridge. It's an under-counter fridge, so it's tiny and everything. This was the other thing as well, because I like.
With a freezer box on the top, so it's not even a full under counter.
No, and we'd sort of calculated things stupidly in our heads, and this is where I'm coming from when it comes with stuff like I expect things to be a little bit more prepped. Which I like cooking, so I wasn't fussed by this. But like, we'd ordered 2 boxes, and the plan was to make mine, and then when Beth came, we were gonna freeze it. But it came as like a whole onion, a whole potato. You can't really freeze those, so we couldn't freeze it. And then when we flicked through, there was a bag in there that was full of fridge stuff, which was like creme fraiche, chicken, meat, and stuff like that. Chicken isn't a meat apparently. And then when you looked at and it said, put me in the fridge. And we were like, okay, so we put all that in the fridge. And then we went through the rest of the box, and 90% of the rest of the ingredients wanted to go in the fridge.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like potatoes and stuff. We don't keep potatoes in the fridge usually. But it said that it wanted to be kept in there. And I said to Beth, I was like, oh, we don't know how fresh that veg is. It's going to stay fresher in the fridge according to this recipe guide. We're going to have to put it in the fridge. And that was it then. With the fridge was just rammed full, and we just had no room for anything else.
Yeah, so that's if you were thinking of doing it. If you could get like I think we got, was it 60% off?
Yeah.
If you could get that deal,
Student life.
Yeah, you wanted to give it a try, and try some new things, because they've got some. I mean, they have got more common sort of meals on there, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to try something new and give it a go, 100% the promotional price is really worth it.
Definitely. And they give you the recipe cards, so then you can just make them again when you can afford the food and stuff, which isn't actually going to cost as much as you think.
But you do need, I would say, you have to consider the fridge
space. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's very different for us because we have got a tiny fridge.
But like
even
at
if
Halls,
you've got a big fridge,
if I was at Halls and doing it, that would have been a struggle because I only get one.
Yeah, 'cause you
I
only
only
get
got
one
one shelf. I don't know what it's like for everyone else, especially currently. But I got a shelf.
Yeah.
And a space in the freezer, one shelf in the freezer.
Well, that's it. So say like if you're not a student and you've got a normal size fridge freezer at home, then yes,
definitely
you'd have room, but you'd have to do it. You wouldn't be able to do much of a shop before.
No. because
You
we'd
need
done like a little
lot
shop
of space
beforehand.
for the stuff.
Yeah, because we were planning. The first box that came was mine, which is where pretty much all the videos came from. Was that one, and we planned to, like I say, freeze some of those meals and only have a few of them. I think we planned 3 out of the 5, and we were freezing the rest. So we bought stuff for the rest of the week, and then it came, and we were like, "Oh, we can't freeze any of this really." We're eating all 5 then, and then had to try and figure ways to like freeze the stuff that we'd bought and things, which was fine. We figured it all out in the end. It's just one of those things that I was like, oh, what do we do? Because we just weren't prepared for that, and we just don't have the space for it all. But overall, I think it was worth it. It was a really good thing to try.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. Like, we'll be remaking some of those. We've still got the recipe cards for them, and we've got some of the ingredients in the freezer to make some of the other ones.
I think that's what I'm pleased about. We've got some good new recipes now.
Oh, yeah. That Prince Harry's chicken pie thing we really enjoyed, and
really
we've got all the ingredients for that in the freezer.
Yeah. See, the first thing I said to you when we had that was, I'd do this like if we've got people coming over.
Yeah.
Because it's a relatively easy, probably relatively cheap to do it on your own as well. Because it's just chicken, carrots,
potatoes,
mushroom, onion, potato.
Yeah.
Most people have that most weeks anyway.
Yeah.
We'd just have to buy more chicken, obviously, than if it was just for us to.
Yeah.
But it was really nice, and it's for something different. Like, we used that for our Sunday lunch that week.
Yeah.
And for something, I mean, we put stuff with it.
Yeah.
So we added.
Yeah, because that one didn't come with anything else. It was just the pie.
It was just the pie.
And we were a bit like, I feel like I'd want something with it. So to make it into a proper Sunday dinner, it needed something with it. Yeah. How can you have a Sunday dinner without like Yorkshire puddings and roast potatoes and stuff?
I've got there.
Yeah.
I've got there with the Yorkshire puddings. But no, definitely worth a go.
Definitely. I'd say so.
And if we had the space and money, I'd be inclined to do it. I wouldn't want to have it every week. But like the odd week here and there, just for something new. Like, if I don't know, like,
and like because the weeks are always different as well. So that, like, your box was different to my box. So it'd be interesting to see like a few weeks down the road what would have been different.
So like we tend to eat a lot of the same meals. Like, we try to switch it up, but like every couple of weeks we'll have the same sort of meal. Or like we always have pasta. We always have chicken and chips. Those are like sorts of things. But we haven't had any of that.
No.
For the last... Well, we've had pasta.
Yeah, because there were a couple of pasta dishes in there.
But it's been different pasta to how we'd have it. So it was nice from that point of view to get some like new ideas and try things. Like, there's things in there that I would never have tried.
No.
Like those beef noodles. I probably never would have tried that.
No.
But they were really nice.
They were good.
And you had a curry. I didn't try the curry because I'm just not.
No, and I'm not a huge curry person, really, but I really enjoyed that curry. Like, I'd kept the recipe book and that recipe thing, and I'll make that again at some point.
So
yeah,
it
definitely
helps, worthwhile. And like I say, if you can get the promotion and give it a go, I'd give it a go. I'd recommend it.
Definitely. It sort of sparked a little conversation between me and Beth as well. So in the next week or so, I haven't told you this bit yet, and I'm going to throw this out at you now. We're going to do a little bit of a bake-off-esque video between the two of us, and a come dine with me between the two of us. And I've decided the come dine with me episode should be a Valentine's special.
Oh man!
And we'll both do a Valentine's Day meal. So we won't. Obviously, we'll have to do it on like the 13th, 14th, or 14th, 15th, whatever. In fact, 13th, 14th, Saturday, Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll do 13th, 14th, and we're going to do like competing meals and see who can do a better meal for each other. Come dine with me style, 3 courses. But it's going to be just stuff we've got in there.
Cheese, and I cook the best with cheese.
And it's just going to be stuff in the flat. So like we can't go out and spend any money and stuff. We're going to try and make it like a student-friendly version of Come Dine With Me and see how nice of a meal we can make with the food that we have in the flat.
Oh gosh, okay. You're going to win.
So look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to our baking as well. We'll figure that out though. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a few things going on in my brain that I want to try and do videos of, so we'll see if all of that comes together. Like, you've just heard those ones, but there's some others that have completely escaped my brain now, and I haven't told you about them, so I'm not even going to look at you to ask. So I hope you enjoyed this. We're going to try and get back into doing this more often. It's really hard to go from not filming anything to then filming again, because just feel really awkward about it all over
Well,
again.
That, and we're not doing anything.
That we're not doing anything.
Well, you're doing more than me.
Yes.
I'm stuck at home, so it'd be very boring if I started to try and vlog.
That's very true. This is why we're trying to do things, though. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again in the next one.